I don't think we're in gloom time, but definitely there is some bit of stress. Now, if you see from shoppers' point of view, a lot of phenomena are happening at the same time. Some people are buying less, some people are buying more, some people are upgrading, a lot of brands are premiumizing. And this is the first time I can make a statement, unlike 2008, that no data suggests to have any kind of downtrading. So people aren't really buying cheaper brands or going down. I mean, if it's happening, it is so minuscule, it doesn't find a mention. So you might see companies reporting lower volume, but still reporting high value, good value growths. It's because somebody who was buying a 10 rupee soap, maybe buying a 10 rupee soap even now, but somebody who was buying a 20 rupee soap is now even buying a 30 rupee soap. So there's a lot of value growth. People are buying better mobiles, people are only moving up to smartphones. You'll be surprised that the growth rates of premium soaps is the highest. Even in oils, growth rate of olive oils is the highest. An average oil is for 80 rupees a litre, 90 rupees a litre. Olive oil will go to 500. So if a customer goes from 1 litre of normal oil to 1 litre of olive oil, you've gone 5 times on value.
You see some categories growing because those are necessary, right? When you're in FMCG, you're not going to kind of start scrimping on toothpaste because it's gone up. But when it comes to discretionary purchases, like when you're talking about, actually strangely, even a mobile phone today is not, as it turns out, is not a discretionary purchase because people can't wait for it. People don't want to postpone it. But something like a television or a car, right? Increasingly people are beginning to now either downgrade or postpone. Now, in that sort of a scenario, I think it's very important for us to, first to identify what is the barrier.
Don't forget, last year prices also went up when commodity prices went up, when what you call input buying cost went up. So some bit of ease is being seen on that account. And some bit of it could be tactical, there is no doubt. But despite that, some brands could be lowering prices even at the upper end. There is a bit of consumers shifting up. And that offsets a lot of people not buying a lot. So definitely there is some stress, but I don't think it's like gloom time. And I mean, why look at FMCG? Look at Zara, they've reported record profits. I mean, so if you got this strategy, if you got innovation, people are buying a lot, and FMCG still is in double-digit growth. Don't forget that, and that's pretty healthy.
Financial services industry, like I said, about 2 questions. I have money, what do I do? And when I don't have money, what do I do? So when is it that you need the doctor the most? You may go for a regular checkup when you're healthy, but you need the doctor the most when you're not healthy. And therefore I say that in good times or in bad times, everyone wants to maximize their money. And that's why advertising propositions or products like Karthi show such dramatic results irrespective of the time, because you give him value, he will follow you. So from a financial service industry, I believe if you are looking at the half glass full, any time is good time from a customer perspective. You should be there as a brand, whether with a ambassador or not, that's up to each brand strategy. But you should be there as a brand, as against very often people decide to hide during bad times or keep a low profile.
There was a time when we make one film a year and run it, right? So in those times, we had all the time in the world to learn from last year kya kiya tha, research and all of that, and then factor it in next year. We are moving a lot faster now. I don't think we're still at FMCG pace, but certainly we are better than that. So what we have learned to do, we are sanguine about, is that I put out one piece of communication. I cannot wait for the learning from that for my second piece of communication, but I certainly will use it for my third piece of communication. So in tandem, so there is a step function in the learning cycle.
Best way to lose a friend, become an insurance agent. You start chasing your friends and your friends start running away. This industry has a way of selling, pushing, selling. I get out from the airport and you catch me for credit cards, right? So you have to differentiate yourself, and if you can go beyond yourself. The biggest problem of financial service industry, if you ask me, is the lack of perceived relevance. I know what's in it for you. You're chasing me because you're going to make money. What's in it for me? As long as you can tell him as numeric as you can with Kotak, or as intangible as we would like to, somewhere in between, what's in it for you?
The consumers are moving and the whole country is going through a transition, and so is retail. And don't forget, the majority of trade is still not modern trade. It's very small. It's very small. So you're not a majority of the market where you want to take a big leap immediately. So if you see even modern trade, it is moving in steps. And definitely CRM is important, customer service is very important. But you can't overdo it till the time you realize that the customer is ready. So if you see even our stores, we are taking a leap forward in every front, even on customer service, or the time you take to check out from the counter, or the number of people who can help you make a choice. But it can't be perfect. I agree, it's not like that everything is perfect, but definitely it's improving, and the improvement actually is in line with the way the customers are maturing.
2 weeks ago, there was a lady in a Baroda branch of mine who tweeted saying that we need more staff in this branch. I've been waiting in queue for 20 minutes. We are monitoring it 24/7. So my monitoring guy picks it up, he reaches out to the branch manager almost immediately, but by the time she's finished her work and left the branch. So he calls a number that we have on record for her with her father at that stage. He leaves a message, she reaches home 10 minutes later, she calls back, branch manager explains, apologizes, she tweets back, she tweets again. So in 30 minutes, twice she's tweeted, once negative, once positive. And on the back of experiences like that, just organically, we are at from 3 months ago 0 to 10,000 followers on Twitter now. So we're preferring that strategy to the game of buying likes and so on and so forth. We've categorically chosen to back away from all of that, what I like to think of as nonsense, and say earn your respect and earn the likes.